Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Madhav. You must have seen me on some reels or some shorts here and there. Apologies for the messy storeroom, but I wanted to try long form content for quite some time now. I don't like the whole short form content. I know it pays the bills for a lot of these people, but this is me trying long form content. I might look here and here because I'm looking at myself in the camera and there's the lens. So apologies for that again. And the whole idea for this video is the game of compliments, because recently I have been traveling here and there and I have received some compliments, and I have been to some places where I'm wearing the same outfits or the same perfumes or doing the same thing and I have not received any compliments. And at the same time online I have seen a lot of videos where everyone is like, how can I get more compliments? I'm not getting compliments. I got this brand new jacket, no one complimented me. How can I buy more things that get me compliments? And I have been a part of that reels. I have seen a lot of those reels, and every now and then they come on my feed and I scroll past them. But it made a very good question in my head come up. What actually is the game of compliments? How a human decides when to compliment someone like you or me, and when to be like, okay, this is not a compliment worthy outfit, perfume, dress or a car, and they just walk past it. If this intrigues you, let's get started with this. So the whole idea is, so what I've realized in my endeavors of life, as people like to call it, if you're walking somewhere or you're walking past anyone, you need to have knowledge of whatever that they are wearing. Let's say I'm walking, I see someone wearing or carrying let's say a bag, right? I need to have knowledge about what the bag is, or I need to be someone who actually appreciates bags. Let's say in India, let's be very simple, if someone is carrying a bag or doing something a little bit out of the box, they're simply termed as, you know the word, right? But you need to have some sort of knowledge and appreciation for the fashion culture or whatever it is to appreciate a bag like this. Do you need to know the brand? Probably not. Do you need to know how much does it cost? Probably not. But you need to have that keen eye. Okay, this looks good. I will say this looks nice to that person and make his day or make her day. Having knowledge about stuff that people are actually wearing, or having some keen interest of your own. Like I have recently started getting into bags, so when I see someone carrying a nice bag, I stop and compliment them. Oh, that's a nice bag, where did you get this from? That conversation helps me to find something new, explore a new brand. Similarly, let's not talk about bags. Let's get into something much more mainstream. Let's talk about shoes. Let's talk about Jordans. So, as most of you know, this is Off-White. I'll be very honest with you, for most people walking down a street or a road, this is a normal pair of shoes. You can't expect them to think, okay, he's wearing a shoe that costs upwards of 90,000, 1 lakh. Nah, they don't know. Most people don't know. You can't expect most people to know how much this shoe costs. And that is the problem, because most people are buying this stuff to get recognized by people, hoping that they have the knowledge about sneaker culture, which they don't. You can't be wearing a 1 lakh shoe or how much this costs on the street and expecting a compliment from someone who doesn't even know about sneakers. But you would love to get complimented by someone like Joe LaPuma, because he knows sneakers, and if he says, okay, Madhav, I love that pair of Off-White sneakers on you, you will respect that compliment because it's coming from someone who knows shit, who is knowledgeable about sneakers, who has been awarded a lot of things for his expertise and knowledge in sneakers. But at the same time, if you're expecting the same compliment from someone else, it's not gonna happen. Same with this jacket. Let's say this is the Zara Ford collection jacket, right? Zara dropped this. For a lot of people, it's a good fitting jacket. That is it. That's the whole case. It's done. But some of these fashion 14s know कि this is a Zara jacket. Like, you know, this is a limited drop. This is a collection between Zara and Ford. and it looks good. So a lot of people will just say it's a nice jacket. Some of them might say, okay, this is the Ford collection. This man knows his fashion shit. Let's use the word shit. So that's when you'll get a compliment. But for most people, it's just a nice jacket. And I feel that's where we get our ideas confused quite a lot with the world. We are so keen and interested and involved in a topic that we forget the whole compliment thing that we are chasing. I'm sure most of you will say, okay, I'm not chasing the compliment, it just makes me feel better. Kudos to you, but I feel most people online, the first comment on a reel or a thing is, how can I get more compliments? So the whole idea about compliments and all now begs the question, am I getting compliments from someone who actually has some knowledge? Because if they don't have some knowledge, they won't compliment you. Or am I getting compliments just basic, which most of you don't even appreciate? One more example for this is, let's say you buy a new car. Let's say you buy a BMW. For most people, it's a BMW. For you, maybe it's a 5 Series. For you, maybe it's a M4 or whatever car that you're driving. Maybe a Mercedes. Maybe it's a AMG 63 from 2016, the last great Mercedes AMG. But the point is, for a lot of people, it's just a Mercedes. To get appreciated for that car, you need to be in a circle of people who actually love cars, who appreciate these cars, who are very keen in the industry, who are very involved in the industry, how your rims look, how everything looks. Like, if I don't know if that makes sense to you, but for a lot of people it's just a Mercedes, and for people who are actually keen on the car scene, it's a C63 AMG. Two different things. Same with watches, same with perfumes, same with anything and everything that you can imagine. So now the conversation goes to a very different point. Are we doing stuff just to get compliments, or are we buying stuff because it makes us feel good? Because a lot of consumerism is growing. The whole companies are doing big sale volumes because they are able to sell these products in the hopes that you will get compliments. Like, they are selling you the hope that you will get more compliments. Now this big question mark needs to be answered. Are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for the compliments? Because sooner or later you will realize, okay, I'm spending this much money is gone. Don't say the whole brokey mindset thing. I'm very well aware of what's going on. But for someone who is coming up saying the whole thing ki, yeah, should I even spend this much money to get compliments, or buying stuff just to impress someone, like people are, is that even of any use? Now I would like to think. Let me complete this idea. So we see a lot of these fashion influencers online. We can agree or disagree to this, but most of the fashion is influenced from the West. Now why do we call them fashion ke chode or whatever it is because we are not very much knowledgeable about the fashion that they're trying to do, or they're mastering or have the expertise in, right? For the longest time, wearing baggy jeans was not considered a fashion trend. A lot of people online were on the correct path. Let's not say correct, but they were the pioneers of bringing the fashion scene to the country, right? But for the longest time, a lot of people had this big question mark, what are they doing? I still feel a lot of viewers online, they have this big question mark, like what clothes are they even wearing, which even sometimes I do. But I feel like a safer argument right there would be, okay, he's trying something new, I don't have any knowledge about this, maybe I should try to learn a bit more about this, or see what the whole game is about. Or you can just go and see the influencers in the West who are doing it much better, no offense, but they are, because they have been doing it for some time, as a result they are doing it much better. But the whole idea is we are not able to recognize the game. As a result, we are not able to complement the game. Now hold up, there's one more point to this as well. Your pin code really matters. I'm telling you, if you're in a country like India, let's say, here complimenting is seen as a sign that you're hitting on someone, which is very problematic. Whereas if you're in West, if you're complimenting someone, there's actually keen interest and someone really likes what they're complimenting. I was in New York City, and a lot of people complimented my fragrance. I was wearing this one particular jacket, and I'm telling you, I got 15-20 compliments on that particular jacket. I wore that jacket in India as well. You know how many people have complimented me? One, and that was also a business partner. So you need to understand this. You're just changing your pin code going from A to B. That changes a lot of things. You going from 110001 to somewhere else 10004. You are changing your geography, and as a result of that, you will be complimented and appreciated for the things that you were doing in your home country. Now, we can easily say that this is a, let's say, India specific problem or a geography specific problem, and you don't have to just head out and change your pin code to get some compliments. If compliments are something that you are chasing. But the point being, whatever you are doing is absolutely great. Some people will not appreciate this even when the goal is done, even when you've achieved whatever you are doing. Some people will still not appreciate it. I think I'm going to a different direction, but the whole idea is sometimes the whole compliment game is also about the people around you. Some of them are very knowledgeable around you, but they still won't compliment you because, yes, in India, complimenting is considered as a sign that you are being hit on by someone. Which is a bit problematic, but that's a conversation for a different day. And to add to this, I was complimented in a train, as they call it in New York, train or subway, whatever you want to call it. I was complimented in very odd places. While walking down the street, even I was complimented then. And that's a big thing for someone who is coming from India. In India, if someone is walking down the street and they say, "Oh, nice jacket," when was the last time that happened to you? Probably never. Sometimes I feel like Kanye is not appreciated quite a lot.